Hello Sagittarius, I am back with your love reading for the month of March. Once again, I'm going to start with the singles, followed by those in a relationship. I hope you had a really good February and you managed to celebrate Valentine's Day with at least somebody that you love and care about, even if it isn't that special someone. Anyway, let's take a look at your reading for March. Right, so hello Sagittarius, this is your single love reading for the month of March. I hope you had a really good February. So I'm just going to go through the cards with you. So you have the reverse Four of Wands, you have the Ace of Wands, that right, Knight of Cups, the Hermit and the Knight of Pentacles. So present love situation. So Sagittarius, it could be that you've recently parted with someone and you're thinking about this, and you know that you recently parted with them because both of you, your lives were just taking you in different directions, and I don't feel you were on the same pathway, and that's why you kind of, whether mutually that was felt or whether one of you felt that, and that's what caused you to decide to go your separate ways basically. But you are still thinking about this past relationship, so maybe examine why you're thinking about that. But trust your friends and families, because I don't really think that they thought that they were the one for you anyway. And if you have, it's split because your life is going in two different ways for whatever reason that is, then it probably was the best decision for you to split up, to be honest. You need to, this month, if there is social occasions happening, or you get invited to anything, a social event or a chance to go to a do or something, then take it, attend it, because for you as a single person, there could be somebody at that event or party, or even if you've been invited out for drinks after work or something, go, because you could meet that someone special. Actually, you really could. The chance is there. You just have to put your glad rags on and go out. So you have the Ace of Wands. You definitely have a crush on somebody, Sagittarius. Who is it? Who do you have a crush on? We've got these two cards are both wands. So do you still have a crush on your ex, who is mentioned here? Wands. This could be a fire sign. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So, this card talks about you do like somebody. So whether it's someone new or whether it is your ex, but you don't know whether they like you. So you don't know whether to actually say something. I think you want to, but I think you don't trust yourself enough to actually make a move. If you have recently met somebody, Sagittarius, then you're enjoying dating this person. You're having a good time. You're enjoying yourself, and why not, eh? If it makes you happy, that's a good thing. Love is definitely heading your way, okay? So be prepared for it. Don't say, oh, it's not going to happen for me. It is going to happen. You are meeting somebody. Both these cards talk about that. Somebody new. I personally, I would stay away from the ex. Right, Knight of Cups. The unexpected. So this is what unexpected is going to happen for you in March. So this talks about being on a romantic journey. You are definitely feeling loved up for this month, and you're definitely happy, and this is taking you by surprise. I don't think you expect to be happy, do you? That you're going to find it. Well, you are. You definitely are. Look. So embrace it. But you are going to be surprised how happy you're going to be feeling. Some of you may be planning a little romantic trip or a weekend away. Maybe things are going very, very well. So you're like, hey, should we book somewhere for the weekend? That's great. That's lovely to see. For those of you, though, that are casually dating and just, maybe you're dating several people. Sorry, my throat. If there are several people, then there is one that actually wants to take it to the next level with you. They don't want to just be casually dating you anymore. They actually probably want to be your boyfriend or girlfriend, okay? So be aware of them. Somebody could just sweep you off your feet this month, and you are just going to be so shocked by this. You're not expecting it. And I think that's really lovely. I really like positiveness, actually. Your immediate future, you have the Hermit. Now this can also represent the star sign of Virgo as well. Okay, this card can talk about rekindling a past love. Okay, but I think you really need to question, do you really want that? And it could tie back to these cards right at the beginning of your present love situation and your desires. So, you know, definitely in the immediate future, an ex could be coming back and wanting to get back, or maybe you decide to approach them and say, actually, I miss you. And that's where you get the rekindling of this love. You're reflecting about your love life as well. You're definitely reflecting, even if it's in a positive way, whether you're thinking, wow, I'm so happy and I can't believe it, you know. So definitely you're reflecting. For some of you, because do remember this is a general reading, maybe some of you feel, you know, oh, do I really want to be entering a relationship? Sometimes it's best to be single. For some reason you're thinking that, but I don't think you should. If you are thinking that, I don't think you should, because there's good things. It's positive, and that's positive. Why would you want to be single? If you've been seeing somebody, there are, for some of you that are seeing somebody, that actually you both come to a conclusion that it's just best to be friends, and that's not a bad thing. We all, you know, it's always good to have friends in your life. So never see that as a negative if it doesn't work out relationship wise, because if you make a new friend, that's great. If you're looking for love, try different locations. So instead of going to your usual haunts where you usually go for looking for people, try something different. Explore new avenues, okay, to meet new people, because I think that's a better option for you for this month, and that's for those of you that are still looking for love. Okay, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Maybe, you know, maybe this month you're realizing that the person that you're seeing isn't satisfying you anymore. Okay, for some of you, you're dating someone and they're making you feel very adventurous, you know, and maybe this is where the travel bit comes in. You know, you're doing things that are making you feel excited, and you feel like your life's a bit of an adventure at the moment. Okay, but you know, too much of something can become a little bit tedious, so just be careful of that in your future. All right, Sagittarius. If you for some of you as well, if you have a friend then and you get on very well, and you know you get on very well, and if you're wondering whether they like you or whether they're wanting a bit more, yes they do, and they want to express their feelings to you, Sagittarius, because they like you. Okay, and that's in your immediate future. Okay, so look out for that. Anyway, Sagittarius, that was your love reading for March. I hope to see you again in April. So actually, overall, it's actually quite a good reading really for you. I think I just think it's how you view the situation. I think you should just see things positively and take everything in the positive direction. Okay, because it is very good. Okay, all right then, Sagittarius, take care, bye. Hello Sagittarius, this is your love reading for the month of March. So this is for those of you that are in a relationship or marriage, etc. So to go through the cards, you have the Four of Wands upright, you have the reverse, the Sun, you have the reversed Eight of Wands, you have the Nine of Wands, and you have the reverse Page of Pentacles. Now, so how you're feeling about your relationship or your partner, Sagittarius. So for some of you, your relationship has gone through a lot. There have been some really tough periods in your relationship, and you know this. But this is the time when, this is a month or at least, that you are now starting to feel that you're coming through this difficult period of time. You're starting to feel more positive about the relationship. You believe in the relationship more now. You're starting to have faith in your partner and believe in them, and that you're heading in a more just generally stable direction and a more positive direction. This is really good. So, you know, for some of you as well that are in a relationship, you've got to that point where you actually feel proud of your partner. You feel proud to be with them and being seen with them. You know, you're happy to be a happy couple. You want people to know this. Whether this is because you've gone through tough times, so you want to prove to people, yeah, look, everything's great, we're working things out and we're on a more positive direction. So how your partner feels about you, Sagittarius, in the relationship, well, you know, you've got the reverse sun. So, you know, your partner does love you. They do love you. So don't have any doubts about that. But they also, you know that there has been problems in your relationship. And this has left them feeling a little bit low in energy and a bit low in... You know, sometimes you can just get tired, can't you? And they need to boost that, basically. I couldn't find the words. You know, they're just feeling very low at the moment and just tired. And that's probably because of the issues that you have been through. They, as I said, they still have feelings for you and they believe that this can be sorted. But for them, they feel there's still some way to go before your relationship gets back to that really positive position. So maybe you're a little bit further ahead in your feelings about the relationship than they are. They're lagging behind you because they know there's still work to be done, and still issues to kind of iron out as well before you reach that really positive place. It's possible as well that they feel you're taking them for granted, or maybe they know that they're taking you for granted, whichever way it is. And I'm inclined to say that maybe they feel that you take them for granted. That could be an underlying issue that's still playing on their mind, actually. Why there's some hesitation there for your partner. You know, I kind of sense that they also feel that they do like their space. They like their time to reflect still. And I don't think it's a bad thing to actually allow them that as well, because I think that's what they need. So where your relationship is currently at, so you've got the reversed 8 of Wands. You know, maybe because you had these issues, you've tried to move it forward too quickly to get it to a good place. And obviously it hasn't quite worked because there is still an issue here with your partner. So I think you really need to think about that maybe it's just gone a bit too quickly. You have to take control of issues and deal with them, and not kind of just sideline them as maybe not being that serious, because they have been. You know, don't rush any healing process. Healing will take time and it will happen as it's meant to happen, okay? Because if you do try and rush your partner into being more positive, maybe that's going to bug you, that, you know, why aren't you feeling more positive about the relationship? You know, if you try and rush them to feeling more positive about the relationship, this isn't going to work. It's going to be negative outcome, okay? Also, for some of you, watch out for any jealousy in the relationship, okay? Because that's coming up with the 8 of Wands. So maybe there's some jealousy, and maybe that's what caused some problems as well, okay? So watch out, because jealousy, yes, it's normal to be jealous, but when you take it to extremes or too far, then it's not good, is it? It can be really suffocating. So what your relationship needs, you've got the 9 of Wands. You're both aware of the issues in your relationship, and I think you are, really, okay? Even though you might have the blinkers on a little bit, you are aware of the issues regarding the relationship. But I really feel, Sagittarius, that you really want to work this out. And I think you just want to be done with any of those problems, and you just want to be like, come on, let's get on with this relationship, let's be happy and everything. And you want to make it work, and they do too as well. But you just need to look at the issues and make those necessary changes, okay? And sometimes you may just need that breathing space. And the Nine of Wands talks of breathing space, and I think maybe your partner does need that, because this card talks about alone time, so that kind of ties in that they may need that, and you need to allow your partner to have that space, okay? It doesn't mean that you're separating, it just means sometimes you just need to pull back. Sometimes you can give somebody breathing space emotionally as well, and not keep on at them as well. So for your future card, you have the reverse Page of Pentacles. Be careful, because this card can talk of feelings that are lost, okay? Maybe you have tried talking and you feel like you can't iron out your differences. This card can also talk about, the other person having a wandering eye, or maybe you're starting to have a wandering eye. Be careful, because those are all damaging things, aren't they? If there's dishonesty with your partner, you're going to lose them. So if you're not being truthful to them, you will lose them, okay? Because they're not going to put up with that. Definitely for the future, you need to put the spark back into your relationship. If you really want to keep them, you need to put that spark back in and get back to what drew you two together. Really think back about what attracted you to that person and what made your relationship fun, and try and recapture that, because that is what's needed. Because want that turned around and the sun to shine brightly, don't you? I think that's what you really want. That's your heart's desire. So Sagittarius, this was your love reading for March. Please like and subscribe if you're new, and I look forward to seeing you in April. Okay, Sagittarius, take care. Bye.